What's up, everybody? So I wanted to make a follow-up video on the issues that I had with eBay and PayPal a few weeks ago. And I also wanted to bring to light another eBay policy that will greatly affect you guys out there who are selling collectible items. Guys out there selling statues, figures, artwork, whatever it is of your personal collection that you are no longer wanting to keep. If you sell your stuff on eBay, this policy right here greatly does not protect you as the seller, and you guys need to know about it. So a few weeks ago, I posted a video about some issues that I was having with eBay and an item that I was selling a buyer that did not read the description in full, and they filed a claim stating that the item was damaged. So eBay forced me to accept the return of the item, pay for the shipping back to me with the hopes that I would be able to file a dispute against this once I received the item. Well, that wasn't the case. They lied to me about that. So when the item arrived, the package was not damaged, the box was not damaged, the item inside was not damaged. So when I filed a claim against the buyer stating that they falsified the description, what I was presented with was basically, no, we're not going to give you your money back. It's because you accepted the return, which is a return that they forced me to accept. I didn't want to accept that return. It's because I knew the guy was lying, but eBay forced me to do it. And now that I have the item back in hand, they are now taking the money from me. They're keeping their eBay fees. They're keeping the PayPal fees. And I'm out all this money, including the shipping that I had to go to and from. So close to $200 is what you're talking about here now. And eBay's answer when I called, just because I wanted to dispute it further, I got some surly, nasty woman on the phone. And she basically told me this is the cost of doing business. Well, I'm not a store. I'm selling items that I create or items that I have in my personal collection. I'm not a store. I'm just a normal guy, just like anybody else out there. I don't have insurance on items. I don't have markups on stuff to the point that I can cover losses like this. But eBay's policy is that we're going to protect the buyers only, and the buyers are who are important. And while I do agree that the buyer does have a level of importance, that they're not the ones paying your fees. The seller is the one that's paying the fees for the items that they're selling. And if we do not want to sell on eBay anymore, you're not going to have any more buyers that are going to be buying. So all this protection that you're giving them, what's that doing for you? You're losing sellers like me who have been here for 20 plus years. So that's the results of that transaction. But recently, I have had another issue with eBay. This is eBay alone, over an item that I sold close to a month ago. So this one is the one I was telling you guys earlier in the video that is greatly going to affect you guys who are selling collectibles, is because this is exactly what happened to me. So close to a month ago, I sold a statue that I didn't want to keep in the collection anymore. It's because I'm making the transition over to the Star Wars stuff. So I sold the statue, and the item arrived over there and everything was fine. It's been 15 days. And after 15 days, the buyer is now claiming that the item was damaged during shipping. The way he worded it was that the item came in and I'm so sorry, but there was damage to the statue. The then stated that that there's a pouch on the belt that it looks like it had been repaired before, because he took the camera and zoomed so far in on the back of the pouch that you could see the little bit of glue that attaches the pouch to the belt, which is normal when you take and buy statues, because these are how these statues are created. They paint these accessories on and then they attach them on. That's how a lot of these statues are created. So, and as a side note here, if you're a buyer like this, that is that nitpicky, that goes, the type of buyer that nitpicks about the little microscopic white speck that's on the left butt cheek of your Thor statue that's covered by a tassel, you got issues, man. You should not be buying statues. You should not be in this hobby, because all you're doing is just making this hobby worse. You're a scumbag. I don't understand how anybody views these statues like this. These are works of art. They're not perfect. There are imperfections on every statue. There is no statue that is flawless from top to bottom. There is some kinds of little perfections that are in there, but in most cases, they're not viewable at the distance that you view a statue at, which is usually about a foot away. You can't see stuff like this. And if you're complaining about something that is hidden behind other things, you got issues. But I'm not discrediting. He showed a picture of the item that popped off, which was a little cylinder that's on the belt. And you could tell it's painted all the way around. It was attached by glue. It popped off during shipping. Stuff like this does happen. All right. So not discrediting that. But then at the end of the thing, he states that the package was looked like it was roughed up, and that maybe I could get back, file a claim with FedEx, right? So two things here. Follow me here with this that makes no sense to me. One, you receive an item to which I require signature upon delivery. So you received it, you signed for it, and then you come at me 15 days after you received the item that you're claiming got roughed up in shipping, and now is when you file the claim. Okay, that's the first one. That's just like a red flag. I'm like, come on. All right. Then you're a nitpicker. So obviously you're one of these, nitpicky idiots, but that's another alarm. The item that popped off, you could take and put a little super glue and put it back on. Stuff like this happens. As collectors, we need to be aware of stuff like this, and be able to do these minor repairs. Now, if you get something that the leg is shattered, the arm is completely broken, missing parts, something that is, extremely different than what you purchased or what you saw the images of, I can totally get behind your idea for filing a claim about something. But you're filing a claim about this, okay, all right? So, the other thing too is that you file this claim that the package is damaged, and you don't include pictures of the package that's damaged. Like, how do you not do that? I receive an item that I have to sign for, and I see that the package was damaged pretty bad in shipping. One, I'm gonna open it right there, because I want to see that my item is intact. Two, if I'm gonna file a claim, I'm gonna file a claim showing the damaged item, the box damage, and everything that the seller is gonna need to help them file the claim, or to help them, see that, maybe give me back a little bit of money, or allow me to return the item to you so that I can give you back, I can receive back my money. Those are things that I do as a buyer that you should be required and be responsible to do within the first 24 hours to at most 3 days. All right. But 24 hours is really when you should be filing a claim like that, not 15 days afterwards. So, I write that guy back and I'm like, look, I see that the thing is damaged. I was like, I need some time to contact eBay and find out what the next steps are, and then I contact eBay and I explained to them my situation here. This guy waited this long to take and file a claim. eBay tells me that because of the the buyer protection service, they have a money back guarantee that they put on there, that they have 30 days, 30 freaking days, guys, 30 days to file a claim on an item that they received. And they can file it for whatever they want to file it for. 30 freaking days, guys. All right. Now, and I told him in that time, in the 15 days that this guys have had the statue, he could have broken himself. He didn't sit there and take pictures of the item upon arrival. No, he could have broken it himself and then filed the claim. And eBay tells me, yeah, you're absolutely right. That could possibly happen. That was the extent of that customer service. I'm like, I love when they have to answer me for something that's not included in their script of stuff that they have to read. It's because they have no answer. They just sit there and say, I completely agree with you, sir. I am so sorry that this seems unfair to you. I totally relate to the situation you're dealing with. You don't relate to what I'm dealing with. I'm like, you don't know, because this ain't your money that you're dealing with. You're just taking and screwing me over and being polite about it on top of that. So, anyway, so they take and they tell me that one, I have to take and file a claim with FedEx now, which I'm like, wait, I bought the shipping service through you, so there should be some kind of protection from eBay. I bought this service through you. Nope, we don't cover that. You just take and you're getting a discount on the label, but you have to deal with the FedEx. And we encourage you to contact and communicate with your buyer, because they're not going to step in. Contact FedEx, because they gave me the number to contact FedEx, and FedEx requires the images of the box and the phone number of the buyer, because that they don't show that on eBay. So I'm like, okay, but in my dealings with FedEx, a package has to be sliced in half, chewed up by King Kong, and spit back out if they're going to take and process, or even take and give you back your money for the insurance on a package if it's damaged. Most of the time, your insurance that you pay for with FedEx only really covers if the package goes missing, or if there's something that happens, like if, you open the box, you find out the thing was stolen or something like that, or it shows. But even then, you have to go through a lot to prove something like that. That's not something that you can just sit there and say, hey, this is missing and that's it. They're gonna want to come and investigate, so that's there's a lot that you have to go through to get your money back from that. So I can't file the claim because I don't have the box damage or the phone number. So I reach back out to the guy and I tell him, I was like, look, in order for me to file the claim, I need these items from you. And also, if you want to bypass this, I'm willing to give you back $300, right? $300 and plus the money, extra money, so that you can take and buy super glue to fix the item that you have. And that way it's done. It'll look fine. That's pretty generous in my opinion. I'm covering the shipping all the way over there, and I'm taking and paying 100 times more probably than what glue costs. But glue's like $10 maybe for something like that. And I'm gonna give this guy an extra 100 to go buy go buy glue, and for your time to glue it a little bit and put it back on. That's what I'm doing here. So which is beyond me, that because I'm exasperated with these people and these dealings and everything. But yeah, that's the situation there, guys. I stated in the last video, I completely recommend that you pull everything that you have for sale off eBay. eBay does not protect you one way or another when it comes to selling. They do not protect you at all. You're paying fees to them for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. They don't take and list it for you. You list it. They don't take and deal with the customer. You deal with the customer. They don't take and deal with the shipping. You deal with the shipping. What the fuck do? They don't do nothing. The best that they got there is a bunch of script readers who don't know their head from their ass. And that's what you got to deal with when you're dealing with eBay. So I say this again. Take everything off of eBay that you can. Don't sell anymore on eBay. Use Mercari. Mercari requires that the buyer take and open the package within 3 days, and that's taken care of at that point. So, use them. They're a little better when it comes to that. Or, sell through Facebook or any other means, but don't use eBay. And again, if you're the type of buyer that feels that they need to nitpick every little single thing that's on the statue, this isn't a hobby for you. Go do something else. Go collect stamps. Maybe that's a better thing for you. I just don't ruin this hobby with your scumbag ways. Do something else. I'm done.